Welcome everyone. Have you ever wanted to play a big scary Grabbler character, but it just feels so hard to do a 360 input? In this video, I'm going to show you guys a shortcut. So after this video, I can guarantee that you guys will be able to do the 360 grab input easily. So for the purpose of this video, when it comes to the 360 grab, you already know we have to use Zangief for the video's demonstration. First, I'm going to show you on an arcade stick, and then I'm going to show you on a pad. So let's get started. Okay, let's start with the arcade stick. I'm sure everyone knows how to do Zangief 360 by rotating the joystick 360. But the problem is when we do a actual 360, Zangief jumps. We don't want Zangief to jump. So we tend to do things like do a jump and then do a 360, or do an attack and then a 360, or a dash and then a 360. But that's not what we want. We wanted to be able to do it anywhere, anytime, without adding anything extra. So here I'm going to show you how to do it the easy way. What we're going to do is, instead of doing a full 360, we're only going to do 225. Yes, 225. It's going to look like this. From here, forward, you want to go to down, forward, down, back, forward, back, and then up, back. Okay, it's gonna look like this. See, like that. Notice we're skipping this whole part. We're skipping from here to all the way here. Okay, we're not doing this part. Okay, so forward all the way here and then stop here. You can also do it the other way, which is doing back and then forward and then up, forward, which I'm going to show you like this. Okay, you can also, instead of doing forward, starting with forward, you can start with back, and then ending with up, forward. Okay, back, whoops, see, back, and then ending with up, forward. So you have both options. You can do it this way or that way, okay? This way or this way. Both directions you are doing 225 degrees. So this is 90 degrees, right? This is 90 degrees. Together this makes 180. And this itself is 90 degrees, but we're only taking half of it. We're only taking half of it. So 45 degrees plus 180, right? We get 225 degrees. Now let me show you on the pad. It's the same concept. You can start with forward and roll back, or back, roll forward, forward, roll back, back, roll forward. All right. So look at my fingers. So you want to hold forward and slowly just roll back like that, or then hold back and slowly just go forward. Same concept, 225 degrees. Okay, just like that, just like that. Okay, like that. Look at my fingers. All right. Something important I want to remind you is, if you're in the training mode, practicing the SPD, the 360, I want you to move after a SPD. SPD, move. SPD, move. Okay? The reason is, if you don't move, you might be doing a bad input or a mistake and not catch it. Okay? Because if you, let's see, let me see if I can replicate it. Okay? So if you do an SPD, and before the animation finish, you do like a full 60, or if you did more than 225, you will still be able to do another SPD without jumping because the animation didn't finish. Let me see if I can. You see, maybe let me do a bigger circle. You see how I did, the second one was a more than a 225, but I didn't jump because Zangief's first animation didn't finish. So I was able to hide the input within the animation. So by the time I press punch, the animation finished, which gives me another SPD. but if I did that input without a animation, I would have jumped. So keep in mind that walk a little bit before you do SPD, okay? So that way you don't be making a mistake and not know it, okay? Remember when I said you can do Zangief's SPD grab starting forward or backward, it doesn't matter. But if you want to be technical, sometimes it does matter. For example, I set Akuma to kick me after I knock him down. So in the event like this, if I start backward, I have a chance of blocking it, okay? Slow. See, if I was to start backward, I'm basically blocking, and I block a sudden hit if I was not expecting it. But if I was to, for example, do it forward, right, I get hit. Tip number 2, another situation where going forward or backward might matters is if you're like almost borderline out of range. So in that situation, for example, like this, if I'm 3 light kick away, right, I'm gonna go forward and I get a SPD 360 grab, right? But for example, if I'm same distance, 3 light kicks away, if I go backward, I miss, because that slight back input pushes you slightly back, so you happen to be just out of range. So for example, in a situation like, let's say here, if you're kind of far, you might want to consider going forward instead of backward, because that little backward might just put you out of range. Another situation where going forward or backward might matters is if you're playing a game like Third Strike, where forward is a parry. So in the event, if someone charges at you, right, you can parry it, and then that parry and forward input will go into your 360 grab, okay? But if you were not parrying and you were just blocking it, okay? You see? Another example is if they're too close to you, you can still go forward first because you have a chance of accidentally parrying them. So that forward, by just doing the same motion, that one motion, you're doing 2 things. You're getting a parry and you're getting a grab. So you don't have to be like parry and then do the motion. This one motion, you're getting 2 things: a parry, a chance for a parry, and your grab. Okay, so if you're going for a grab, why not go forward? Because you're getting 2 things. Because if you're just blocking, right, there's a lot of blocks done, and then you'll be too far away to do a grab. So in a situation like Third Strike, sometimes going forward might be beneficial, but in general, going backward and forward is not really a big deal. Sometimes it's situational. By playing a lot with experience over time, you will get to know like if it's good to go forward or backward. It's just something you pick up over time with experience, okay? One last important thing I want to talk about is this video is universal. That means you can apply this technique into many different games. Although Street Fighter V is more lenient, it will let you do 225 degrees instead of 360. Other games are not so lenient. You will have to do 270 degrees, okay? So it's gonna look like this. So 270 degree will be here. Starting from here, you will go all the way up here, okay? So it will look like this. If I do here, which what we were doing before, 225, it will not work, okay? You will have to start here and then end here. We're still skipping the whole 90 degrees of input though, you know, it's still much better than a 360, okay? So it will give you a similar to an SPD. In Street Fighter Third Strike, it's also 270 degrees. Okay? Street Fighter Alpha 3, 270. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, 270. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 270. Street Fighter 4, also 225 degrees, okay? Forward to up back, forward to up back, back to up forward, back to up forward, back to up forward, okay? Just like that. In conclusion, I hope this video was able to help you out. The 360 input is not that hard to do, right? Give it some practice, you will be able to master it easily. Let me know if you have any more questions. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe is always helpful for a small channel, and I will see you guys on the next video.